When we talk about bold love, the first thing I want you to understand is that it starts with vulnerability. Now, vulnerability is often misunderstood as weakness, but in reality it is the greatest strength we can possess. To love boldly means to open your heart fully, even when you're afraid. It means showing up authentically, without masks or pretenses, and allowing yourself to be seen in all your complexity. Your fears, your hopes, your scars, and your dreams. This is not easy. It takes courage to be vulnerable because it means risking rejection or hurt, but without that risk, there is no real connection. Think about the times you held back your true feelings because you were scared of judgment or disappointment. How much energy did that take? How lonely did it leave you? Bold love asks us to release that fear and embrace the discomfort of being truly known. When you do that, something incredible happens. You create space for genuine intimacy. You invite others to do the same, and suddenly love becomes a powerful force that heals and transforms. This kind of love is not about perfection. It's about acceptance. Accepting yourself and others as imperfect beings who are worthy of love just as they are. It means letting go of the need to control or fix, and instead choosing to be present and compassionate. Vulnerability is the bridge that connects hearts, and through it we find the freedom to love without limits. I want you to imagine a world where everyone dared to love boldly, where people showed up with open hearts, ready to connect deeply and honestly. That world would be filled with more kindness, understanding, and joy. It starts with each of us choosing to be brave enough to be vulnerable in our own lives. So I invite you today to take that step. Open your heart, show your true self, because that is where the beauty of bold love truly begins. Confidence in love is often misunderstood as arrogance or being overly bold, but true confidence is quiet, steady, and deeply rooted in self-awareness. When you love boldly, it starts with loving yourself first, recognizing your worth and honoring your boundaries. You don't wait for someone else to validate your value because you already know it within. This self-respect becomes the foundation for every relationship you build. It's what allows you to walk away from situations that don't serve you and to stay committed to those that uplift you. Loving boldly means you don't settle for less than you deserve, but it also means you don't demand perfection from yourself or others. It's about embracing your flaws and strengths equally and understanding that growth is part of the journey. When you carry this kind of confidence, you invite others to see you as whole and worthy, which naturally attracts healthier, more fulfilling connections. You stop trying to change yourself to fit someone else's expectations and instead show up as your authentic self. This confidence also empowers you to set clear boundaries without guilt or fear. Boundaries are not walls but bridges. They protect your energy and create respect. When you communicate your needs honestly and firmly, you teach others how to treat you. This is a vital part of bold love because it ensures that your relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding, not on compromise that leaves you feeling diminished. It's important to remember that confidence is not about never feeling doubt or fear. It's about choosing to move forward despite those feelings. It's about trusting yourself enough to know that you can handle whatever comes your way. When you love boldly, you don't shrink to make others comfortable. You expand to embrace your full potential and invite others to do the same. So as you step into bold love, carry this confidence with you, not as a shield but as a light that guides you and those around you toward deeper, more meaningful connections. When we talk about bold love, one of the most powerful acts we can do is to challenge the societal norms and expectations that have long shaped how we think about romance. For so many years, love has been boxed into narrow definitions, rules about who we should love, how we should express it, and what a successful relationship looks like. But bold love means breaking free from those limits and creating your own story. It means refusing to let outdated beliefs dictate your heart or your happiness. Society often tells us that love should look a certain way, perfect, polished, and predictable. It tells us that vulnerability is risky, that passion should be controlled, and that compromise means sacrificing parts of ourselves. But what if love could be more than that? What if love could be wild, messy, and unapologetically real? Bold love invites us to rewrite the narrative. It encourages us to celebrate diversity in relationships, to honor different expressions of affection, and to embrace love that doesn't fit into a neat little box. This is about courage, the courage to love who you want, how you want, and to express that love authentically. It's about standing up against judgment and criticism, whether it comes from family, culture, or even from within ourselves. When you challenge these norms, you give yourself permission to explore love on your own terms. You allow yourself to be free from the fear of not fitting in or not being accepted. Bold love also means recognizing that every relationship is unique. There is no one-size-fits-all formula. What works for one person may not work for another, and that's okay. The beauty of bold love is that it honors individuality and personal truth above all else. It's about listening to your heart and trusting your instincts, even when the world tries to tell you otherwise. So, if you want to love boldly, start by questioning the rules you've been handed. Dare to be different. Dare to be authentic. Because the most beautiful love stories are the ones written by those brave enough to defy convention. Communication is the heartbeat of any bold love. Without it, even the strongest feelings can become tangled in misunderstandings and unspoken frustrations. To love boldly means to speak your truth openly and listen deeply, creating a space where both partners feel safe to express their needs, desires, and fears. It's about more than just talking. It's about connecting on a level where honesty and vulnerability are welcomed, not judged. Often, we hold back what we really want to say because we're afraid of conflict or rejection. We worry that if we speak too loudly or too honestly, we might push the other person away. But bold love challenges that fear. It teaches us that true intimacy grows from transparency. When you communicate with courage and kindness, you build trust. You show that you respect not only yourself, but also the person you love enough to be real with them. Listening is just as important as speaking. Bold love requires us to listen not only to the words, but to the emotions behind them. It means being present without interrupting or planning your response while the other person is talking. This kind of listening fosters understanding and empathy, which are the foundation of any lasting connection. When both partners feel heard and valued, love deepens naturally. Communication also means being willing to have difficult conversations. It means addressing issues before they fester and being honest about your feelings, even when it's uncomfortable. Bold love doesn't avoid conflict. It faces it head-on with respect and a willingness to grow together. This openness strengthens the bond and prevents resentment from taking root. In the end, communication in bold love is a continuous dance, a balance of speaking and listening, giving and receiving. It's the way we keep our relationships alive and thriving. So if you want your love to be bold, start by opening your heart with your words and your ears with your presence. Because love that is spoken and heard is love that lasts. Passion is often seen as something fleeting, a spark that ignites excitement but eventually fades. But when we talk about bold love, passion takes on a deeper meaning. It becomes a driving force that fuels not only our relationships, but also our purpose in life. Bold love is about channeling that energy into something meaningful, something that inspires growth and transformation. When you love boldly, you don't separate your passion for another person from your passion for your dreams and goals. Instead, you let them intertwine. Love becomes a source of motivation, pushing you to be your best self and to pursue what truly matters to you. It's about recognizing that the fire you feel in your heart can light the way to a fuller, richer life, not just for yourself, but for those around you as well. This kind of love encourages you to take risks, to step outside your comfort zone, and to embrace challenges with an open heart. It teaches you that love is not just about receiving, but also about giving your time, your energy, and your support to help your partner grow, and allowing them to do the same for you. When passion is combined with purpose, love becomes a powerful force that elevates both individuals and their shared journey. Bold love also means being intentional. It's about making conscious choices every day to nurture your relationship and to keep that passion alive. It's the small acts of kindness, the honest conversations, the shared dreams, and the unwavering commitment that transform love from a momentary feeling into a lifelong adventure. So, as you embrace bold love, remember that passion is not just about desire, it's about purpose. Let your love inspire you to reach higher, to dream bigger, and to live more fully. Because when passion meets purpose, love becomes unstoppable. When you choose to love boldly, you're not just transforming your own life. You're creating a ripple effect that reaches far beyond yourself. Your courage to embrace love with openness and authenticity becomes a beacon for others who may be struggling to find their own way. People are inspired not just by words, but by actions, by the way you live your truth and show up fully in your relationships. When you love boldly, you become a living example of what's possible when fear is set aside and the heart leads the way. This kind of inspiration is powerful because it invites others to believe in love again. It breaks down walls of doubt and hesitation, encouraging those around you to take their own risks, to open their hearts, and to seek connections that are real and meaningful. Your bold love teaches that it's okay to be vulnerable, to set boundaries, and to demand respect. It shows that love is not about losing yourself, but about finding your strongest, most authentic self. Being an example of bold love also means embracing your imperfections and sharing your journey honestly. It's not about presenting a perfect picture, but about showing the beauty in growth, mistakes, and resilience. When others see you navigating love with courage and grace, they feel empowered to do the same. Your story becomes a source of hope and strength, reminding people that love is worth fighting for, worth risking everything for. Moreover, bold love encourages a community of support and understanding. It fosters connections that uplift and nurture, creating spaces where people feel safe to express their true selves. This collective energy amplifies the impact of your boldness, making love not just a personal experience, but a shared movement toward deeper connection and compassion. So, as you step into bold love, remember that your courage lights the way for others. Your love has the power to inspire change, to heal hearts, and to build a world where love is celebrated in all its beautiful, fearless forms.